Yeah, let's bring that one.
Okay, well, with this topic, take your time. Take your time. So in this video, we're going to be talking about when your friend don't listen to you. I'm gonna try to find a better title, but right now, it's basically when your friend is not listening to you, especially when they are dating and talking to other guys, and y'all know how it is. Some of y'all don't be listening, and you try doing your own, child. Get ghosted, and so got people showing up at your door.
I'm out. I'm out.
And so that's what we're gonna talk about today, because I just know it's been so many times where my friends have tried to tell me, warn me, you know, give me helpful advice or tips, and I've decided to everything they have said to me and do what I wanted to do, and it's definitely backfired.
I mean, we got the rose-colored glasses on. You don't see things clearly.
Not at all.
And the sad thing is that you have to also realize, as the friend that's also telling them, is that you've experienced that too.
Okay. If you want to use a scenario, you can, so it could be more specific. But when have you realized, or something like that, where a friend just, you already can tell if the guy is not it? Is it because of the friend's actions? Is it because of the guy himself? Or like, when do you realize, like, oh, he ain't it?
I don't personally have a meter, unless it's really bad, of this person's not it, because I'm low-key kind of cautious of making that call. I don't like making that call. But what I like to do is say, what are boundaries that you're putting? What are the boundaries that you're setting for yourself? How, because there was a relationship.
Wait a minute. Me? Oh, this about me.
I'm not going to just be all excited because I have a single friend that's in a relationship. I'm just not that person. I'm never going to be that person. And I think that bothers people, but I'm just not going to be like, oh, I'm in a relationship. I'm like, okay, let's talk about it. That's great. But I'm not like, oh, she about to get married. Like, oh, we need to meet him. Like, I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear where you are. So my thing is, I want to make sure that you have your boundaries set so I can trust you in whatever relationship that you have. You should be able to make the call if this person is bad.
That's true. But if we can be real, when you in it,
and that's
all the calls that you could have made, like, all that goes out the window. And so I think sometimes, like, us as the person that's receiving a girl, okay, I'll be like, oh, okay, yeah, we're just cool, like, we're cool, we're taking it slow, whatever, like that. But sometimes in the back of my head, I'm like, I'm about to go further. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I'm about to dive deep.
And you can see it, whether I'm trying not to do it, but I end up really seeing myself like, you're about to dive deep. And I'd be like, oh, let me make sure I have accountability. Let me make sure I have all this, you know, I'll call them like, hey, call me so I can make sure I leave early or blah, blah, blah. And that flesh side be like,
when I'm really going to call?
Am I really call?
And then
I'd be like,
and see, that's when you need to know your friends. Because I knew in that situation, because when we talk about boundaries in the beginning, you're focused, right? So I can talk to you about, like, okay, where are you at? Like, no, I'm not doing this, not doing that, not doing this, not doing that. You've already told me, great, I'm sealing that in. After that, you're starting to get deeper, and then I'm hearing, like, where are you at? Why are you driving at 8 o'clock in the morning? Oh, I had to go. Like, when you start talking like that, we know.
We already know.
As a close friend, we know.
We know.
It's like, what's going on?
When you start making it, or sometimes I feel like it's either you're not telling me as much, or it sounds like way too loose. Like, you're not. It's not a full story.
Right.
Where it's like, okay, where we about to go? Oh, we just about to go out. Okay, well, how y'all been? Like, we cool. Like, for me, it's like, I need a little bit more. Or have you been doing your boundaries? Yeah, definitely. It's like, what is it? It's not like, I know for me, I can get real, like, short answers, or I just ignore that call, and I think,
and I don't get my call ignored.
She did then. And so,
I was like, and that's when you know something's up, right?
You know something up.
When people's attitudes change, and then I have my friends' locations. I don't care.
And I also do that on purpose too, y'all. Like, I'm the person where I still don't know this person that I'm talking to. Mm-hmm. And so I would rather, especially if you have an iPhone, like, I would rather my friend know exactly where I'm at. Mm-hmm. So even if I am ignoring your call, you know where I'm at.
And turn your location off. Now I'm
I haven't done that. No, I don't think it's... No.
People have, but this is more like people will turn their location off on me. And I'm like, so you don't think I don't check this? Where are you? What are you doing?
Are y'all those people? Don't turn our location off.
They be like, I know my friend following me. Let me turn off the location. Don't do that.
Have y'all done that?
That's
funny.
And here's the thing. There's a level where when it comes to accountability, mm-hmm. I can ask you what's up. And if you tell me, like, I'm just doing this right now, and I said, you don't want to hear anything, you say no, I back up. Because you know your boundaries, I know your boundaries. You know, I can check you. I'm not a person that's like, oh, you're not supposed to do that. We both know this. Mm-hmm. So, and this is, I guess, is a question on your end too. Of where does a conversation go after they are not, like, they said, hey, I'm just not listening.
The conversation goes nowhere. The conversation just has to stop. And I think for me as a friend, like, if I'm telling you I don't want to talk to you no more about it, on my end, I know I'm gonna still be at some point gonna have to call my friend and tell her what's up. Mm-hmm. But because I've decided that I'm gonna put this relationship over everything, over my friend's trust, like, ain't that wild? When you think about it, I just met him, but I'm putting all my energy and efforts, trust, or, you know, every time into him, and not being real and honest with my friend that was there before him. And it's just crazy what the flesh or you having a lack of attention or love and all that kind of stuff, where you can start placing it in the wrong people, when really this is where true love is. Like, my friends really true love and care about my heart, care about my feelings. Mm-hmm. But I decided that he matters more. And so to have to bounce back with y'all later on definitely is hard too, because I'm like,
we gotta come back.
I gotta come back.
Come on home.
Come on home. I gotta come on home.
You gotta be like, you gotta come on home. Like, come on.
But when you have friends that for real got your back, they gonna still tell you. Cause I still want friends that's gonna tell me. Mm-hmm. But they also don't tell me where it's gonna make me feel like shamed or that, you know. I think in situations when your friend comes to you and says, like, hey, I messed up. Like, I was supposed to call him, I did. I wasn't supposed to text him, I did. Mm-hmm. And it's like, okay, well, what can I do as a friend to keep your boundary? This is your boundary. Yeah. And that's the question that I would ask. Versus, like, why you do that? Why you acting like that? Because that's immediately, like, wall. I feel like that's immediate wall, especially a person that is very sensitive to defense. They could easily put up a defense. Then it's kind of like, I'm not talking. I don't want to talk to her again. Because even what you said, like, I don't think that it's like, I care about this man no more. It's almost like, I don't really want to get into it with them because I think I can handle it. I don't really want to talk to them about it because I don't need to share everything with them because I got this. I can handle this. And you can't. And that's just the truth, is that you cannot. You can't. You gotta have accountability when you're talking to somebody. And child, I've been reminded plenty of times. And like I said, I mean, so the funny thing is about me is that on the other end, I'm very similar to Alexis with her approach, but I also am the person that be like, didn't I tell you not to do that? Like, I am that person. Then after a while, I'm like, and so
because you be wanting to now.
I be wanting to. Mine's be coming out.
It be right here.
And so, but I know, like, after a while, when I know I'm talking to a brick wall, and as a friend, you got to know that you did your part. And then after that, like you said, like, I have to just know that you going to figure it out at some point. It's almost like when they take train up a child and where they should go. Like, I did it. I said, I did my part. And at some point, it's going to click. And so
you got to fly. You got to fly.
And when you
seen the movie Angels in the Outfield?
Mm-hmm.
You just got to get up.
And you got to fly.
You got to fly. Just believe. Like, go ahead. And it's hard because you just want, what we've been saying lately is like, we just want to wrap our friends up in a cage.
Yes.
Like, I just want to take them and put them in a cage.
Yes. You can have Wi-Fi. Can I have Wi-Fi? Like,
No, because you use that Wi-Fi to talk to somebody I don't want you to talk to. See, stop it. And that's where...
That's it.
You gotta release them. You gotta release them.
Leave him alone.
Right? Leave him alone. Stop it.
Stop it. But no, like, what I think about, too, is when you asked, or when you said, when you talk to that person, they just say, like, you know, I don't want the help, or blase, blase. Like, I'm that person after a while where I had to, because I would rather be real with you. At least I've learned. I'd rather be real with my friend and say, I don't want the help right now. I just want to do me, than to keep lying to you.
Yes.
What is the point of lying when, first of all, you grown, you're going to make your own decision. But to keep lying to your friend is wrong. And it's, for me, it's hurtful because it's like, you can just tell me that you want to be with him. Like, just say you want to be with him.
Right.
That's it. Right. Do you. But to keep, for me to, on my end, to keep putting energy into something that you don't want the help in.
Right.
Release me. Like,
really?
Release me from
Release.
it.
Release.
Release. Like, like, all of that. And so, that's what I've noticed over time when I talk to guys. I'm like, I'd rather be just real with my friend and say, you know what? I want to do what I want to do. I'm not answering the phone. I want to be in his face. You know, like, I want to hang with him. Than to keep lying. But I think that we lie too because we know the truth.
Yes.
You don't lie if it ain't a bad, like, for me, if it's going great, I don't have nothing
There's
to
nothing
lie
to
about.
lie about. There's nothing to lie about.
If I'm doing my part by setting my boundaries, ain't nothing to lie about.
You disappointed in yourself. I said it. You're disappointed in yourself. You don't lie. That, and for you to even speak things out loud is you putting that disappointment right in your face. It's not even about the friend. It's the fact that you have to say, I'm going to keep seeing somebody that literally does not care about me. I'm going to keep sleeping with somebody that does not care about me. I'm going to keep being with somebody that does not even like me, doesn't, you know, have somebody else on the side. Like, all of those things, you have to, for you to even say that in, like, out loud, you wouldn't even want to. It's disappointing. You're embarrassed.
So you rather lie.
It feels better to lie. So, but I think I really want to emphasize on the other side of the friend, because I feel like there could be women that's like, yeah, I be telling her da-da-da-da. There's a way to create a space for your friends to feel at peace about bringing something to you. So we cannot be those people that's like, I told you so. Like, I'm so sick and tired of you doing this. Why do you keep doing that? Because we've had friends that, you know, we come to them talking to them about something and you literally feel the shame, the guilt. You should feel like, girl, I'm here. Let's work together on this. What can we do to work together on this? I want you to succeed. I want you to grow. I want you to be empowered when you leave him, because there you are. When you leave him or you leave that bad situation, I want to work with you and you feel empowered afterwards. So how can we make you feel empowered? Yeah. Those type of conversations. Not just, and also talk. Like, talk to your friends. I feel like sometimes we're afraid to call them out. We don't want to call our friend. I don't know why, because it's like, if we supposed to be iron sharpening iron, all that type of stuff, like, you just willing to watch your friend go down in a hole, like, that's wild to me, because really you're not being truly helpful. You're not really truly caring for their feelings when you say, I don't want to hurt their feelings, so I'm not going to ask them. No, that's making it worse for them, because you see a cycle that they have, and it's your responsibility, at least I would think, as somebody's friend, to jump in and say that. But like she said, it's a way of saying it, and you know your friend. If they ain't the ones that just straightforward answers or comments, then don't do that. But you know your friend to be able to tell them or talk to them properly about what they keep going through. And if you don't, then you haven't had a real conversation. You have never had a real conversation. Because if you don't know how to talk to them, like, I know with this one. Say it better. Say it better. But I know that there's ways to talk about situations and issues that I would talk differently to other friends. That could be even, you know, I can't give an example of just the way that I would talk to them may be a little bit nicer. The way that I talk to them may be a little softer. We have to learn how to talk to each other about hard conversations, because these are hard. And I think sometimes because we hide from conversations, you'll be that friend that ends up having the thought after that girl, after your friend leaves the guy, and like, oh, well, I knew he was bad for you, or I knew that he wasn't right for you. Don't be those friends.
Don't be
You the
friend.
aftermath, like, I was so right, and then your friend crying and telling you what's going on, and you sitting up here like, see, I knew he was wrong for you. Why didn't you tell me? Well, I just wanted you to live your life. I knew you would.
No, none of that is worth it anymore.
We're
Especially as you get older, like, that is so played out. No, we is not teenagers anymore.
We're not teenagers anymore.
Child.
But I feel like that comes from teenage life. Like, you don't know how to handle confrontation. And that's really, like, if we were to dig inside, you don't like confrontation. You don't like confrontational conversations. When you have friends that are like, oh, we never argue, we never do this, we never do that, or we never, and it doesn't even have to be argue. Let's not say argue. I've never had hard conversations with my friends. We don't ever have to have hard conversations. We just grow. No.
Y'all not growing.
You're not growing. Because hard conversations don't mean they're arguing. They just mean that we're having, this is difficult and I want to tell you something. And I'm just going to be honest with you that this isn't right.
Yeah. Child, that's deep. And it makes me think about when you have a person that's saying, like, well, I don't want to talk about this no more. This is the person that I want. I wonder, like, on the other side of a friend, like, well, she don't want to talk about it no more. But that doesn't mean you, like, just stop talking to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm going to just say it probably lighter or maybe, like, less often. But you got to still know that I'm like, I still don't think you should be in this. But I've noticed from the way I approach friends, I legit have to be way more strategic on how I do it because I'm going to sound like a nagging Nancy. And that's not my goal, right? And so...
you'd be like, no.
I'm like, and that's that. But I still found that even though you have a friend that is not listening, or they're not listening, you just have somebody just agreeing with you. That's even worse. So you'd be like, you're not even listening to me.
You don't
You're
even
just
like this situation.
Wow, like what's such a real conversation?
It's real.
Okay, before we leave you all, how did you like where you're not really helping the situation, you're actually making yourself, and I'm glad you said that, that's all the point I wanted to make before we close, was that don't get to the point where you're overstressing, overexerting yourself to help a friend that does not want to be helped. Because now you're taking on all they hurt, all this extra stuff, as in like you're not even listening to me. I have to step back. So knowing when to step back from a situation when you really realize that they're not even listening. And I'm still learning that, where I'm just like, let them go. As in this particular category of their lives, like let them be, because now it's affecting you way too much. Yeah, I should not be stressing over something that you just decided that that's what you want to do. Yeah, you don't want the help, and I feel like too, like that's where prayer comes in. Yes, but in a specific prayer, be specific, because asking the Lord to open their hearts and their eyes to what's going on, because you can say, Lord, remove him. But it's like, if sis don't want him removed, then that's gonna be worse. She's gonna do whatever. Be coming back. Look, be running towards him. So that was my last thought. Any last thoughts before we head on out of here?
I think that was good about prayer, and I would say just know that even if that person is listening, God is still working in the spirit. God can do anything, and we cannot keep him in a box when it comes to our friendship, when it comes to relationships, when it comes to anything. So I would say that's the biggest thing. And if you feel like, I don't know when, I should just let the conversation die, I always try to do at least a strike 3 method. Okay, when I want to come to you, you shut me out. You just, talking and saying you're going to do something and you don't do it.
Watch the actions.
Right, watch the actions. Second time, see how it's going. Like, hey, what's going on? I'm really serious this time. I'm not going to talk to him. Then they talk to him again. That's my strike 2. Then strike 3 is like, I'm going to do it again one more time. Okay. Check in, see what's going on. And then after that, it's like, okay, she's not ready for accountability right now. And let that be.
How that's it. She's not ready.
I'm Alexis Cole. I have a YouTube page called The Cole Life. I have an Instagram page that's _The Cole Life _ where we talk about just family dynamics. We also talk about serious topics that are happening in the world, and just using our Christian aspect, or talking more on the Christian aspect of those topics. So
But yeah, and so once again, if y'all don't know who I am, I'm Janae. I also go by Nae2Curly.
I'm also one of Janae's best friends.
So anyways, and so as I was saying.
I'm like, no. Bye.
See, she about to start something. She about to start something. People. I'm keeping it in there. And so.
No. I don't want no issues.
Yes, I'll talk about natural hair as well as lifestyle, faith, and I also have an apparel line called Nae2Curly Apparel, and you can check that out. I do have some new merch that just dropped, and if it's gone by now, I'm sorry. Just wait for the next drop. Sign up for the newsletter. It's on the site. All right, great. Look, just saying.
I didn't get no newsletter.
She didn't sign up. She's missing out.
Wow.
Don't be her. But yeah, so I hope y'all enjoyed this video, got something out of it. Leave your thoughts, stories down below, tips and all that kind of stuff, and let's chit chat. Okay,
I'd love to hear.
Great. And as always, I thank you for watching, and I'll talk to you later. Peace. 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 Y'all, she left y'all. Did y'all see that? That dick.
I'm reeling me.
I ain't never seen that.